Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including new suspension software updates, another possible chip shortage upcoming, new details about the Tesla bot, and more, so let's get into it, and a special thanks to StockBattle for sponsoring this video. First up today, Tesla recently updated their app for iOS. Overall, it's a great update that makes managing multiple cars much easier and preconditioning the car much quicker. We talked about everything new for Tesla cars, but the app also got big updates for Tesla Energy. Tesla has added the ability for Powerwall owners to go off-grid with the touch of a button. This new Go Off-Grid button allows owners to preemptively detach from the grid when planned blackouts or outages are coming. For many Tesla Powerwall owners in California, this will come in especially handy since blackouts during wildfires are becoming more and more common each year. The Powerwall allows you to stay completely powered for the duration of most blackouts. Additionally, in the new update, Tesla has updated the way that you look at power generation with solar panels, further allowing users to download their data to a spreadsheet or third-party app. While the Tesla Energy part of Tesla's business has had slow growth over the last few years, Tesla has big plans including decentralizing power systems for many states or countries. They just recently filed an application in Texas for what's called Retail Electric Provider, or REP, under Tesla Energy Ventures. With this, they could do a number of things, but ultimately they want to expand their Autobidder software that, quote, provides independent power producers, utilities, and capital partners the ability to autonomously monetize battery assets. Autobidder is a real-time trading and control platform that provides value-based asset management and portfolio optimization, enabling owners and operators to configure operational strategies that maximize revenue according to their business objectives and risk preferences. It's definitely something to watch for the future because Tesla appears to be working on a system that could help solve many electricity issues, bring down costs, and do so with solar generation that reduces emissions. Next up, the Tesla Model S just got a large update that brings a few impressive features. One of those is something most don't realize can be updated with software: the suspension. Tesla just began pushing this software to Model S's, and it includes a new version of their adaptive suspension dampening. This is what's on screen and allows you to customize many things for sport, comfort, or other ride settings. The release notes say, quote, a recalibrated suspension dampening algorithm allows for smoother control and improved ride comfort. A rebalanced rebound to compression ratio works with the all-new multi-link rear suspension to enhance steering response and handling for a higher degree of road connection and more precise control during spirited driving. My guess is that most won't be able to tell the difference, but I'd love to hear that people can or try a Model S before and after to see if the difference is notable. Either way, it's always great to see improvements like this coming to Teslas via software. The next part of the update is for Autopark. This is a feature included in the full self-driving package, and the release notes say, quote, your vehicle can now automatically park in parallel on perpendicular posts. While driving below 15 miles per hour, the instrument cluster will display a parking icon if it detects a potential parking spot. To initiate Autopark, tap and hold the Autopark button in the shift panel and release the steering yoke. For more information on Autopark, please refer to the owner's manual. Lastly, the child lock button is more accessible, replacing the duplicate camera button under controls. This was something Doug DeMuro specifically complained about in his Plaid review, so either Tesla was already working on this change or they heard his feedback and made an adjustment. When they do things like this, it really shows the benefits of a primarily software-based interior. While these updates are exclusive for the new refreshed Tesla Model S for the time being, they're expected to all come to the Model X when it's released, and the Autopark improvements are expected to come fleet-wide. Next up, let's talk about the latest for the Tesla bot. Tesla unveiled the Tesla bot at the end of their AI day, and it really seems to be part of their plan to have a headline grabber. At the Tesla Semi unveil, they talked about an electric semi, which is exciting, but not to the general public so much. So to finish out the event, they unveiled the Roadster version 2. At Tesla's Cybertruck event, they unveiled the crazy Cybertruck, but also a Cyber ATV. In that case, the Cybertruck took the headlines, but then there was Battery Day at the end of 2020. It was a lot of technical talk about batteries, so at the end they unveiled the Plaid Model S with shipping soon, and they specifically talked about their $25,000 Tesla for the first time. That $25,000 car took the headlines. So for AI Day, the majority of this event was deep, complicated computer talk, talking about nodes, data, 3D and 4D labeling, neural networks, and more. Even though they unveiled their AI training supercomputer, Dojo, which is the most powerful in the world, there still wasn't much for the average person to understand and put in the news, which is where the Tesla bot came from. Right away, everyone was hearing about Tesla's AI Day, regardless of whether or not they think the Tesla bot is a good or bad idea. The Tesla bot is a 100% concept, as far as we can tell. Elon Musk said, quote, "The Tesla bot will be real." Not that it is, yet. Tesla had a mannequin concept on stage, but talked about how they plan to make this robot, not that they have one yet. They are hoping to have a prototype for next year, but many cast doubts on the reality of this thing. Is this going to be another Tesla concept that's impressive, like the Roadster, but is so heavily delayed that you wonder if it will ever actually come? It has specific specs, like how many electromechanical actuators it has, how much it will weigh, and tech included inside, and more. Then, if you actually go back and watch the event, you realize that the software side is very much in progress, and logistically leads to this thing. While Tesla hasn't been writing the specific Tesla bot software yet, as far as we know, they have been writing some insane neural net training software for full self-driving that can be applied to general AI or a humanoid form. That all sounds exciting or somewhat up in the air, so what has Tesla or Elon Musk said since this event? Does it seem like it'll be something that they actually talk about again? On Tesla's website, you can see details about the Tesla bot on their artificial intelligence and autopilot page. Quote, "We develop and deploy autonomy at scale in vehicles, robots, and more. We believe that an approach based on advanced AI for vision and planning, supported by efficient use of inference hardware, is the only way to achieve a general solution for full self-driving and beyond." There are details about hardware they are building, neural networks, autonomy algorithms, code foundations, evaluation infrastructure, and lastly, the Tesla bot. Quote, "Develop the next generation of automation, including a general-purpose bipedal humanoid robot capable of performing tasks that are unsafe, repetitive, or boring. We're seeking mechanical, electrical controls, and software engineers to help us leverage our AI experience beyond our vehicle fleet." Tesla tweeted about this, further pointing to the fact that they are recruiting for this project, saying, quote, "Join us to build the future of AI." Shortly after this event as well, Elon Musk tweeted a few times about the robot and its goals. When someone asked if it will be mass-produced and sent to Mars, Elon Musk said, "Hopefully." This falls in line with his plans for SpaceX to go to Mars, and then he also tweeted about the production of it, saying, quote, "We have almost all the pieces needed for humanoid robots since we already make robots with wheels." The last thing we've directly heard from Elon on this bot is in regards to Tesla's mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. For that, he said, quote, "Bot is not directly on the path of accelerating a sustainable energy future, but it aspirationally improves the probability that the future is good." All of this sounds cool, but it doesn't really point to much other than goals and recruiting goals. Well, Tesla has actually already began recruiting in a very specific way with many different jobs, and jobs hinting that this thing will be primarily produced at their Giga Texas factory. It was previously reported that Tesla had posted 4 job listings directly concerning the Tesla bot, like mechanical engineer, actuator, integration. That job listing said, quote, "The Tesla humanoid robotics modeling team is looking for a highly skilled and motivated colleague that would like to help building the next generation biped robot. You will be working closely with a multidisciplinary team with the goal to build a humanoid robot that can support manufacturing operators in tedious and exhaustive tasks." Now they have added at least 8 more jobs, including electrical engineer, mechanical design engineer, controls engineer, autonomy, test engineer, software engineer, embedded firmware engineer, and engineering technician, all specifically pertaining to the Tesla bot. For the test engineer Tesla bot job, the location is in Austin, Texas, where their new factory is. This listing says, quote, "The test engineer will develop test processes, data infrastructure, test equipment, and automated test scripts that will accelerate the production of mobile robotic systems." In addition, the test engineer will be tasked with understanding ways the system can fail, designing tests to validate, and driving improvements with the design teams to address these issues. Specifically quoted in there is accelerate the production of mobile robotic systems, which leads many to think that the Tesla bot will be primarily designed and produced at Giga Texas when it comes about. Tesla has big plans for that factory, including the Model Y, Cybertruck, Semi, 4680 battery cells, and now the Tesla bot, and it further solidifies the idea that Tesla very well may move primary operations to Texas in the future. For now, the Tesla bot is in a similar position to when Tesla first announced the Cybertruck. It seems impossible, but Tesla is immediately hiring the people necessary to make this a reality. Will we see a functional prototype of a robot, which is Tesla's first attempt, next year? Probably not, but Tesla is serious about this goal and mission, hiring 12 specific people for the task a few weeks after the concept was unveiled. We'll have to see what comes of this and how functional this thing is when it eventually comes, and I'll be sure to keep you posted on the latest for the Tesla bot. Real quick, I'd like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, StockBattle. StockBattle is a fun web app that works just like fantasy football, but with stocks. StockBattle uses real-time data from NASDAQ and Yahoo Finance and allows you to choose between stocks and crypto. When signing up, you'll receive free rolls to try out the game and learn the ropes, and players can double their deposit up to $50. When choosing your stocks, you are competing with rivals of the same skill level so that everything is fair. StockBattle allows you to develop your trading skills outside of the stock market and for free by participating in free roll games. Then when you feel ready, you can have fun and win real money by participating in small stock or crypto games. Head to stockbattle.io to sign up, pick the 5 initial stocks that you think will grow the most, and start playing fantasy stocks for cash prizes today. Next up, let's talk about Tesla's chip shortage issues that could continue into the future. Earlier this month, it was reported that the chip shortage is getting worse, and now we have seen the effects on Tesla's entire vehicle lineup, particularly with the refreshed Model S and X. There are parking lots full of them, seemingly missing chips before they can be delivered. NVIDIA, one of the world's largest chip suppliers, has been trying to acquire ARM, also one of the largest chip suppliers. The purchase has been delayed due to these approvals for this $40 billion plus deal announced in September of 2020, but it is expected to have huge effects on the industry. Quote, "It would give NVIDIA control of the world's most popular architecture used by Apple, Samsung, Qualcomm, Huawei, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and a ton of other companies. Currently, ARM licenses the ARM chip architecture and pre-made CPU designs to many large tech companies, so many, including Elon Musk, fear what this merger could do for competition. Elon Musk has raised concerns over this purchase, and others have said that it raises serious competition concerns. NVIDIA is known for self-driving chips, and Tesla used to use their chips before making their own full self-driving computer. Their own computer is what they called the best chip in the world by a huge margin, and it is built using ARM processors. While Tesla's FSD chip is Tesla's, it uses ARM tech, so this merger or acquisition would mean that Tesla is once again getting their supply directly from NVIDIA. The concern here is that NVIDIA would change the way ARM licenses their technology in favor of NVIDIA's own self-driving chips, and that more chip shortages could result if NVIDIA controls ARM in any way to benefit themselves. Right now, Tesla is reliant on ARM and specifically moved away from NVIDIA. In the future, if this happens, they may have to get their chips from NVIDIA, a direct self-driving tech competitor, and that just doesn't sit right for Elon Musk or a lot of the tech industry. We'll have to see what happens with this acquisition, but with chip shortages already occurring, it could have a large effect on the future for these companies who rely on ARM, including Tesla. Next up, a quick feature that could be coming to all Model S's and X's soon. Both of these cars include what Tesla calls Bioweapon defense mode. It has a crazy name, but it actually makes great use of their large HEPA filters to completely clean the air inside the cabin. Tesla tested this by putting a Model X in a pollution bubble, and it scrubbed the extremely dangerous air, allowing testers to remove their gas masks and breathe fresh air inside the cabin of the car. This is a great feature during wildfires where air quality is terrible. However, you have to initiate this feature inside the vehicle, and it takes a few minutes to fully work. Well, someone asked Elon Musk if they could add Bioweapon defense mode to the app, allowing you to prep the car before getting in, and he said, quote, "Sure." Every time Elon Musk says sure, there is a varying success rate, so we'll wait and see if anything truly comes of this, but it would be a great small feature to add to the climate controls already in the app. Last up today, a crazy story about a Tesla Model X that was found on a frozen river, burned to a crisp. This photo surfaced in 2019 and left a huge mystery over the years that has now been solved. At the time, the details were that the owner drove to this lake, struck a rock, and the car caught fire. Now the truth has come out, and it's a pretty wild story. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Model X was part of an intense scam executed by Michael A. Gonzalez from Vermont. He would acquire Teslas by exploiting a part in their system that allowed him to take deliveries before the full bank transfer cleared. His first attempt at this scam was with a Model 3. He paid $2,500 for the down payment, set up this scheme, took delivery, the funds were rejected, and then he sold it to a used car dealership a couple months later. He did the same with a Model X worth $144,200 at the time, took delivery, the payment was declined, and he sold it on Craigslist for $90,000. The vehicle found at the lake was a different car, the third of 5 total that he did this with, coming in at $152,663 at the time. Tesla didn't give him ownership paperwork this time, which is necessary to register or resell the car, so he took it to a frozen section of Shelburne Bay, and later it was found in flames. He actually tried an insurance claim on this incident, but didn't show up for the required examination, so the claim was denied. It isn't known how the car actually caught fire here, but it seems very likely that it was his own doing. After that car, he did this scheme 2 more times and now is being charged with 5 counts of possessing and selling stolen motor vehicles, for which he is potentially facing 10 years in prison for each count. Pretty wild story, and definitely not what most were expecting when seeing this crazy photo of a Model X burnt on a lake. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see all of the electric trucks coming in the next year or so, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.